This chilling clip was posted to TikTok by a user named SmugPuppy, and it shows two individuals sitting down and explaining something regarding potential shadow figures in their house. The man says that he saw a shadow figure peeking around the door that very day, and it seems as if history repeated itself because something absolutely chilling happens a little over a minute into the video that has shocked viewers. Take a look.
Camera. Yeah. So what we decided to do in an effort to prove that, I think there's another one. Yeah. In an effort to prove that these are real, I've made Kaylee sit.
Thanks.
Sit really close, and she's going to grab the camera as soon as we see one. And I'm pretty sure the screen's pretty hard to see from here, to be fair, but we've tried to push it back to get the best view. Just try and grab it the best you can. Yeah, go. Quick. Anything?
Nothing. Nope. Nothing.
Show everywhere? Well, there's nowhere really to show.
No, there's nowhere to show. This is flat against the wood. Yeah.
Okay.
Throughout the course of the entire video, eerie shadow figures can be seen peeking into the door, subtly watching the camera before disappearing for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to have much of an effect on the two people, almost as if they're used to this happening all the time. At around the 1 minute mark, the girl grabs the camera just as the shadow figures peek again, but when she reaches the door, they're gone. What do you think could be happening here? Because of how little context was provided with this video, it's hard to say for sure, but based on audience reactions, most people seem to believe that these shadow figures are real. What do you guys think? This highly unnerving video was published to the popular High Strangeness subreddit, which essentially specializes in hosting videos of some genuinely strange things caught on camera. The video in question was recorded on a security camera in the middle of the night and shows a base used for temporary fencing outside. For the first little while, all appears to be fine, but it doesn't remain that way for too long. Take a look at the base on the ground and see what happens next. Out of nowhere, the fencing base can be seen getting pulled away and rotated by an unseen force. This video has caused many commenters to be completely baffled as to what exactly happened in this piece of footage. There aren't any visible strings attached, but maybe they are just so thin that they didn't manage to appear on camera. Some have pointed out that they could see a pair of arms grabbing onto the object, but it's definitely hard to see. There's obviously also the much more sinister theory being that this was the work of a paranormal entity. What do you think? Be sure to leave your theories in the comments below. El Cajon, California is a city east of downtown San Diego. It's home to more than 100,000 people. Emphasis on the word people, because this scary video published to Reddit by user Exporius seems to showcase that the city may be home to other life forms as well. The video in question seems to be normal at first, as we see a cloudy sky in the afternoon in El Cajon. However, things take a notably more sinister turn when these three mysterious triangle-like shapes appear in the sky. Take a look.
If the vast amount of UFOs being sighted are related to but if they are, that could be.
Unfortunately, because of how far away these triangle-shaped objects were from the videographer, we can't really get a good clear view of them, but they definitely look quite odd to say the least. The way they move in sync with one another is also quite bizarre, leaving a lot of viewers completely perplexed. Do you believe that this is an authentic UFO sighting video, or is there another perfectly natural explanation? Some argue that these objects are just birds. Let me know in the comments. It should go without saying, but our homes are supposed to be the one place where we feel the most comfortable and safe, no matter what is going on in our personal lives. Unfortunately though, not everybody is so lucky to be able to call home their safe place, such as the uploader of this TikTok video named Carlin Asamoah. Carlin recorded this video on her phone walking around her house after hearing something strange. She says that for the past little while, she was hearing noises and has been feeling very bad for several days. It was only on this day in which she finally decided to record what was going on to see if she could capture any of these noises on camera. At one point in the video, she proceeds to head downstairs. However, upon reaching the staircase, something absolutely terrifying happens that is sure to send a shiver down your spine. Have a look and see.
Se escucha un ruido de abajo y la verdad que no sé. Ay, la concha, por olor hay algo ahí. Sora. Sora, subí. Ay, no, Dios santo. Nera.
Did you see it? What appears to be a pair of extremely creepy ghost-like hands can be seen on the staircase. Amazingly, Carlin musters up the bravery to race down the flight of stairs to chase after this figure. But when she does so, the hands disappear much to her bewilderment. This of course begs the question, what in the world is underneath Carlin's stairs? Is this some sort of creepy creature that's an expert at hiding? Is this some freaky ghost that's been haunting her home? Or is it simply a hoax? We may never know for sure. Going swimming in the summer is something that millions of people all around the world look forward to doing each and every single year. There's just nothing quite like being able to cool off in the pool. Sadly though, not everybody is able to do so in peace. Some people, such as the folks seen in this video, don't have their privacy respected. Take a look at what happens as soon as these people dive underneath the water. Did you see it? A ghostly woman can be seen floating around in the pool with the people, seemingly appearing out of thin air. The uploader posted the video with the caption reading, quote, "WTF. No one was wearing clothes in the pool. We all searched and she doesn't show up in any other video." End quote. What could this possibly be? Is this really the ghost of a woman keeping this family company? Or is this just some weird camera trick? Is it something else altogether? We'll never know the answer, but we can hope that this family can go back to swimming in peace.
ये वीडियो एक किचन का है। ये लड़का अपने घर के अंदर से किचन में आता है, तभी अचानक वहाँ रखी हुई चेयर खुद ब खुद मूव करती है। ये चौंक कर उस चेयर को देखता है, तभी इस बेचारे लड़के को अचानक कोई टांग पकड़कर खींचकर ले जाता है, मगर ये खुद को छुड़ा लेता है। लड़के का गिरना और एक टांग बराबर हवा में उठी रहना और लगातार एक साइड को खींचना ये बताता है कि ये केस सच में ही पैरानॉर्मल एक्टिविटी का केस है। दोस्तों, आप क्या कहते हैं? कमेंट करके जरूर बताएं। ये वीडियो एक हाउस का है। यहाँ आज वो होने वाला है जो सिर्फ एक जबरदस्त भूकंप से ही पॉसिबल है, मगर भूकंप के बजाय ये एक भूतिया कारनामा है। आप इस क्लिप को देखिए और मुझे कमेंट करके बताइए, क्या भूत पूरे घर को इस तरह से भी हिला सकते हैं? इस वीडियो में कुछ पैरानॉर्मल इन्वेस्टिगेटर एक पार्क में एक्सप्लोरिंग के लिए जाते हैं। दरअसल यहाँ के लोकल्स की काफी शिकायतें थी कि इस पार्क में रात में भूतिया घटनाएं होती हैं। इसी डर की वजह से लोगों ने दिन में भी इस पार्क में आना कम कर दिया था। खैर ये लोग यहाँ आते हैं, तभी इनका एक साथी एक झूले पर बैठकर सामने की तरफ लगातार घूरने लगता है और फिर अचानक ये लड़का अजीबोगरीब हरकतें करने लग जाता है। इसे सामने एक लड़की दिखाई देती है और एक भूत इसके शरीर में भी घुस जाता है। फिर देखिए क्या होता है।
Talk to us. What are you here? What's he looking at? I don't know. Was it up by the bench? No, 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 no!
इतना सब होने के बाद ये सामने भागता है, मगर सामने एक दीवार है। ये उसे घूरता है जैसे इसे वहाँ पर कोई बैठा हुआ दिख रहा हो। ये अपने साथियों से कहता है कि इस दीवार के पीछे एक लड़की है जो मुझे बुला रही है, लेकिन इसके साथी इसे समझाते हैं कि सामने दीवार है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। फिर अचानक गुस्से में आकर ये अपने साथियों पर ही हमला करने लगता है और ये सब इधर उधर भागने लगते हैं और ये क्लिप यहीं पर खत्म हो जाती है। दोस्तों आप क्या कहेंगे? क्या सच में ही इसके शरीर में कोई भूत घुस चुका था या फिर ये सिर्फ एक एक्टिंग है? जो भी आपको लगे आप मुझे कमेंट करके जरूर बताएं। ये वीडियो इंडोनेशिया का है। इस लड़के की सगाई हो गई थी, तभी अचानक लड़की का एक्सीडेंट हो गया और उसकी डेथ हो गई। उसके बाद इसकी हालत दीवारों जैसी हो चुकी है। ये उस सगाई की अंगूठी को ही बार बार देखता रहता है और उसे याद करता है। एक रात ये उसकी कब्र पर जाता है और वहाँ से वापस आकर परेशानी की हालत में रोड के किनारे बैठ जाता है। फिर देखिए इसके साथ क्या होता है।
My Sarah? Is that you? Kalau betul kau tunjuk kat aku. My Sarah, kau tak maafkan aku. Apa aku boleh buat untuk kau maafkan aku? Apa? Apa? My Sarah! My Sarah? My Sarah? My Sarah! Tunggu! My Sarah, aku datang! Tunggu!
इस वीडियो को कुछ जापानीज लड़कों ने शूट किया था। ये अपने एक फ्रेंड की जासूसी करने उसके पीछे एक अननोन प्लेस पर जाते हैं। इन्हें वहाँ फ्रेंड तो नहीं मिलता मगर कुछ और ही मिल जाता है, जिसे देखकर ये कभी किसी की जासूसी करना तो छोड़िए, जासूसी का नाम लेना भी भूल जाएंगे।
那可糟糕的。
he's too sure it's screaming from the room bathroom. But there's no one checked into that room filter system.
What room is that?
If it's the room right above him, it should be 209.
John, do you copy? It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John? There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John. Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick just to check, make sure, see what's going on. Wait one. John? John, are you there? Okay, Amy, John wants you to call the police right now if you don't mind. He says no one's in there, but
Soy Ramses is a decently sized YouTube channel that focuses on a man named Ramses, who uploads plenty of content related to the paranormal, various different investigations, and much more. In one video published on January 3rd, 2021, Ramses ventures out to an eerie haunted cemetery at an unknown location to conduct an investigation. Luckily, or unluckily for Ramses, he got what he wished for. At around the 7-minute mark, Ramses is shining his flashlight in front of him when something startling catches his eye. Take a look.
Como pueden ver, estoy un poco... ¡A la madre! ¿Qué es eso? ¡A la madre! ¡Ay, que me caigo! ¡A la madre! ¡Ay, que me caigo! Dios, 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 Dios.
Later on at 1:30 a.m., Ramses uses a spirit box to attempt to make contact with the dead. What at first sounds like a bunch of static suddenly starts to make sense. The word lakate translates to leave. If the spirit box only said lakate once, then you could potentially brush it off as a fluke, but a few seconds later, it happens again.
Te estoy molestando aquí. ¿Necesitas algo? Te estoy molestando aquí. ¿Necesitas algo? ¿Te estoy molestando? ¿Por qué dijiste mi nombre?
A little later on, while standing in the middle of the cemetery road, he sees something else that chills him to the core. Watch this.
Cuando vino creo que se quedó un poco más adelante de aquí. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? ¡A la verga! ¡Ay, no, 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 no!
At this point, Ramses is on the verge of leaving, but he isn't 100% done quite yet. He tries to taunt the paranormal entity that is in the cemetery, but something scary happens to him, which causes him to leave the area and not return.
¡Cristo me acompaña! ¡Manifiéstate, maldita bruja! ¡A la madre! ¡Manifiéstate, no seas cobarde! ¡No te tengo miedo! ¡A la madre! ¡No, no, 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 no!
So, what do you think? Was Ramses actually the target of an eerie spirit in this cemetery? Was this all a big hoax? Let me know in the comments below. In January of 2013, the small channel by the name of Maximum Disclosure uploaded a short but sweet video that seems to document something eerie thanks to night vision footage at somebody's house. The camera footage seems to show us a room with the door hung open for a while, with nothing else of importance happening. But after about 20 seconds or so, we finally see what makes this particular clip so frightening. It almost looks as though some figure of cameras walking straight towards the wall, but once you analyze it, it simply doesn't make sense for many reasons, the biggest of which being how the shadow disappeared in the first place. If I was the homeowner and I woke up to my camera footage showing this, I would be looking into new houses immediately. Let's just hope that this homeowner never had any other, more terrifying paranormal encounters. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you're probably aware of a channel called Dark Ghost Paranormal. They are one of the best paranormal investigation style channels on the internet, and this video is no exception to their quality. In this video, Dark Ghost Paranormal explores an allegedly haunted house. The backstory says that elderly people used to live in the house, and there was frequent paranormal activity that went on there. Most of it came from the basement. At night, they heard talking coming from the basement, noises in the house itself, and a constant sound of somebody trying to open up the basement. They then proceeded to hammer the basement in. At a later date, the residents of the house died, and the house was then inherited by their relatives. But the relatives refused to live in the house, and now it is empty. A house with a backstory that interesting is sure to make for one good exploration video. And it sure does, as you'll see. Just 3 minutes in, we watch footage of a camera placed up high above, when something strange happens in the sink nearby. Then, just 30 seconds or so later, something genuinely terrifying happens.
Сейчас чуть попозже еще посмотрим.
The uploader is filming in one room of the house when he hears something odd coming from one of the other rooms. From this point, he begins to work his way around the house, and for a while, they seem to be finding some peace. Later on, the cameraman proceeds to enter the basement that I mentioned earlier. It's in this basement where the man filming begins to hear some truly scary things that startle him every time. Take a look and have a listen. After this, the man leaves the house and hasn't returned for another investigation, and after watching what happened in this video, who can blame him? Clive20278 uploaded this video to his channel in June of 2010 with the description reading, "I was working my usual shift and kept hearing a lot of noise coming from the common room. Thought it was the usual kids again, but when I looked at the tape, I was quite disturbed." So, what exactly happened that day that could have possibly caused Clive to be so frightened? Well, let's have a look and see. As you can see, this is obviously quite strange and seems like it could potentially be the work of a poltergeist. After all, what else could have caused this to happen if it wasn't a hoax? Clive further states, that TV was definitely unplugged because it doesn't even have an aerial attached at the moment, further emphasizing the fact that, according to him, this video is not faked. So it begs the question, what did happen that day? I'm curious to hear your theories, so be sure to leave them in the comments down below. In a March 2021 upload, the YouTube channel Paranormies, a channel you should definitely check out, headed on out to the Hangman's Church to conduct yet another investigation at the building. A couple of minutes into the video, one of the crew is discussing to the camera something that happened during the investigation that comes across as very weird and freaky to them. Take a look and see for yourself.
And then I had to quickly run to the get the K2 meter from the truck, and the doll was on the ground, but it was in such a weird position that it looked like it was sitting upright in the door frame. It could have fallen. We did notice a crack in the doll's head, and sometimes I wear headphones when we record just so I can monitor the mic level, so it could have fallen, but I didn't hear it, and it didn't appear that Jordan had heard it. So that I found strange, but it's kind of take it as you wish.
Once they noticed the doll on the ground, this happens.
I'll be right here. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Whoa. Huh? What's up? This doll is on the ground. Did you hear that? It was upstairs? I heard something like from the stairwell or something. I swear, yeah, obviously it was right there. Was it like on the edge of the table or something?
Despite the creepy events that they have already been subjected to, the crew persists and moves into the bell room and discuss what they are about to do, a sensory deprivation test, when something suddenly diverts their attention.
Okay, well obviously you're doing the sensory deprivation then. I'm not going to do it. What the f was that?
That definitely did just move on its own, right?
Once they are actually doing the sensory deprivation, the man behind the camera begins to talk to the potential spirit in the room and brings up the creepy backstory of the church, and it seems as though he gets at least some sort of a response. Thankfully, the man performing sensory deprivation is okay and doesn't get his hat moved like he did last time.
Okay, so he clearly isn't anywhere near this bell. Is your name Louisa?
Me. No.
Did you have any of the...
Got you.
Got you. Did you...
One.
Were you the mother of any of the kids that died here? We know that there was 14 kids that passed away in a short period of time here. A lot of them were due to a fire. Is that true?
Really long.
After they do this, they move into another area of the church to try to make contact with spirits nearby, which sets off a domino effect of insanity.
Were you trying to move it to yes? Or to spell your name?
Holy shit.
Okay, don't let go. Did you feel it?
What the fuck happened?
The thing fell. That thing fell.
Yeah, but why did it fucking fall?
I never saw the light, and Jordan says as well, he never saw the motion light going off. But if you watch closely, it looks like an entity of some sort is moving past the motion light, setting it off, knocking the picture down, and then with one of our static cameras, you can see what I believe is a shadow at least moving across from right to left of the screen.
There's something over there. It's like it's everywhere in this place.
At this point, the paranormies know that they cannot stay too much longer, as they are already being subjected to tons of creepy things. They want to stay a bit longer, but then they hear something that makes them change their mind and leave.
Yeah, get off.
Yeah, I kind of
Get
want
off.
to now.
Get the out of here.
Yeah, I think I'm coming down.
Because the Hangman's Church is so haunted and so interesting, I wouldn't be surprised if the paranormies head back there sometime in the future to do a part 3. But if they do, let's hope that they are prepared to once again face the angry spirits inside. Do you remember your old high school projects that you did all those years ago? It's probably something that you don't think about, and for good reason. It's hard not to cringe at our past selves who act so much differently than we do now. But usually, watching videos of yourself from your high school days brings nothing but embarrassment. However, for this one man, he will forever look back on this video and view it as potentially cursed. On October 30th, 2012, a YouTuber named WhatIsThat09 uploaded a video to his channel, writing in the description, quote, "I was recording my brother for a high school project and he was looking back through the bloopers and he noticed this thing," end quote. The uploader is quite vague in terms of what it is that can be seen in the video, so let's take it into our own hands and see exactly what he's talking about.
Go.
The biome we chose was the taiga border forest, which is located in Russia, northern Canada, and
At first, this appears to be a typical high school project video as we watch the young man speak to the camera about something he is learning about in school, while his pet dog can be seen walking across the top of the couch right behind him. But it's what appears in the window that will cause your heart to stop. A strange face can be seen peering in from the outside looking in. Although it can only be seen for a moment, it is still terrifying to look at. The uploader further clarifies, quote, "It couldn't be my wiener dog because even though he jumped out of the couch, the curtain is still moving and you can still see the face. It couldn't be the camera or our reflection because we tried redoing it and nothing came out," end quote. To this day, this YouTuber has absolutely no idea what he was able to capture on camera that day, and I'm sure he doesn't ever want to know. Let's just hope that whatever this thing is doesn't come back to haunt this man or his brother ever again. The following video was published to YouTube on February 28, 2010 by username BDK Music, who is trying to film a video inside of his house in the same style of the popular television series MTV Cribs, taking the camera around the house and showing various rooms. However, this would ultimately not be the type of video that BDK would end up filming that day. At the start of the video, he explains to the camera that he is currently filming the footage at 4:20 AM before walking around the central living room/kitchen area where the television is turned on and one of his friends is trying to relax. But fascinatingly, something terrifying has already happened, if you can believe it. It's definitely one of those things where if you aren't paying extreme attention, you would certainly be forgiven for missing it. Take a good look at the doorway in the background right here as BDK starts to approach his friend.
Hey guys, it's Brian here. I'm just at the BDK house, you know, nothing too much. It's 4:20 in the morning. Let's look around. Okay. TV's on, Girls Gone Wild, nothing new. Everyone's asleep over here. Hey, there's Tim over there. What are you doing, Tim?
Just trying to get some stuff out of my head. I got a lot of ideas.
An indistinct shadow figure can be seen looming in the doorway very ominously, but can never be seen in the video again. Despite the fact that this video is 12 years old, it only has one comment from somebody who believes that BDK was able to capture some true paranormal activity on camera that day. But what do you think? Did BDK actually manage to accidentally capture a shadow figure on camera? Is this just a creepy prank that he pulled in order to get some internet fame? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. It goes without saying that TikTok is absolutely loaded with millions of accounts, billions even, some of which are genuinely funny or interesting, whereas others are questionable to say the least. One of the more fascinating accounts is called Our Haunted House, which is run by a homeowner who frequently uploads videos of their house that they believe is haunted. And after you watch this eerie video, you might want to sleep with the lights on tonight. The video starts off with the homeowner describing that he is going to record himself watching television for over an hour, just to see if anything happens during that time. Sure enough, it does. Little by little, the door behind the uploader can be seen creaking open, slowly but surely, all while he lay on the couch, completely unaware of what's happening directly behind him. If you thought that moment was creepy, I assure you it only gets more terrifying from this point onward. Take a look into the dark abyss right here. And finally, there are two other genuinely unsettling moments that happen in the video before it eventually ends. As the uploader lay on the couch, resting as best as he can, some absolutely chilling things occur right behind him before something manages to startle him awake. Sadly, the video ends right there, meaning that we don't know whether or not the uploader conducted an investigation that night after watching the footage back, or if he simply went back to bed. Although the second option is without question the wiser choice, it would definitely be even better if there was a third option: move out. So what do you think? Is this genuine footage of paranormal activity happening live on camera? Is this entire video a hoax? I'll let you be the judge. On July 28, 2015, a YouTuber known as Yams uploaded a video which showcases him and his friend Bryson sitting outside, trying to make the most out of the hot summer day. Upon first inspection, this video appears to contain nothing out of the ordinary. In the footage, we watch as Yams and Bryson throw a ball around outside for Yams' pet dog Ellie to play around with. It seems like a wholesome video that would be able to bring a smile to your face. And if it does, then I promise you that smile will be gone very soon. All seems to be going well as Yams throws the ball for Ellie a few more times before something nearby suddenly gets his attention before he asks Bryson if he too sees what he's looking at. As the seconds tick by, it becomes all too clear for the two friends that they are most definitely not alone in this area. Not by a long shot.
Dude, do you see that? No, dude, what the heck is that? No, dude, do you see that? Oh my god. Dude, Bryson, tell me you don't see that. No way. What is that? Ellie, come on.
Thankfully, the two boys are smart and decide to grab Ellie and hustle inside as fast as they possibly can, not wanting to stay outside for even a second longer, just to be on the safe side. Judging by the distinct appearance of this strange entity, many people in the comments have come to the conclusion that Yams may have recorded genuine footage of none other than Bigfoot himself. Of course, this is just pure speculation, but it is definitely an interesting theory to consider. This video was uploaded 7 years ago, and we still don't have any concrete explanations for what Yams recorded that day, meaning that this incident may forever go down as an unsolved mystery. A YouTuber named TRacer88 uploaded a truly disturbing video to his channel on August 16th, 2010, which showcases the uploader as he ventures out into a dark and creepy forest in the middle of the night with a friend, in the hopes of trying to take photographs of paranormal orbs. But what they ended up capturing instead was something far more substantial. In post-production narration, TRacer explains the scenario in detail, saying that he and his friend were absolutely obsessed with the paranormal and learning more about it, which is why they ultimately decided to investigate that particular forest that night, which ended up being a mistake. TRacer shows us a handful of pictures that were taken in the forest that night, all of which appear to be completely harmless and innocent looking. That is, however, until it gets to this photo.
Okay, and then we came across this one, and this is when we started to notice something odd. Now Tom's the one that actually pointed this out, actually. He's the one in the photo. As you can see in the center, looks like a white figure of some sort behind the tree. Here's the picture cropped and brightened. I have not done any editing besides those two things. The first thing I noticed about the picture is the hand wrapped around the tree. It looks like the fingers might be a little messed up. Alright, now right away I thought it was some kid messing around with us, but everyone with me was accounted for when I took the picture, and honestly I didn't stay around much longer after we saw this, so maybe it was a kid, I don't know, but the head and the eye placement are just like strange, and it also has no hair at all. Now the picture scared me at first, but it also made me more curious to find out if there actually is something in Whitney Woods. I mean, I've been in Whitney Woods a lot, and there's never been anything like there at all. And this is the first substantial like picture I've ever caught of like something like this. So I don't know what's going on, if it's real, if it's not.
If you zoom in, you can clearly tell that there is most certainly something there in the forest, keeping the uploader and his friend in some much unwanted company. It can definitely be hard to determine what exactly this entity is, but by this one photo, we can tell that whatever it is has long fingers and a small head, leading many to believe that this is an authentic photograph of some sort of skinwalker. Now, whether or not that's true is entirely up for you to decide. TRacer says that upon noticing the creepy entity in the photograph, he promptly left the forest and went home as soon as possible, which was definitely a smart idea. If he wasn't so quick on his feet and his decision making, who knows what this strange figure could have possibly done. Whatever it is, it wouldn't have been anything good.